Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome to you all in the stream to the 2025 Trackstars Super Formula season. We are here just off the Mediterranean at Makarska, Croatia. Beautiful beaches of Croatia, formerly known as Dragontrail Seaside. If you play GT, you know the course. It's a formidable course, and this is where we are for round one of the Trackstars series. My name is Smithy, and I'll be keeping you company tonight for the stream. I am the team principal of ART Motorsport, racing their debut season here in Trackstars, and I will hopefully guide you through the race today. Yeah, keen for some good action and some awesome overtakes. G'day Highlander, welcome in. Welcome in. 7 teams taking the grid in the Formula Trackstars, running at the same time as the Trackstars 2 and Trackstars 3 divisions. Obviously, we only be able to do the Formula Trackstars, which we'll be presenting to you today. Some new names on the grid and some late inclusions. Unfortunately, Nick Paltasso in the Mash Spuds Racing has withdrawn, and Jamie Billane will be taking his spot. Matt Campbell is also switching in for Airborne for WRT Motorsport. 5 more minutes or so and we'll get this one underway. I am also hosting, so you'll have to bear with me, ladies and gentlemen, as I go through the process. But it should make for a good race. There's some great races in here. The cars are quick and the drivers are ready to go. We'll take you out of track and we'll have a bit of a look here at the drivers getting in some practice. If I can get a sound check as well, if anyone can give me a confirmation that they can hear me loud and clear, that'd be fantastic. 6th season of the Formula Trackstars Championship this year. Thank you, boys. Good luck to you in your races. Good luck to you. So yeah, 6th year of the Formula Trackstars Championship. If we look back at some previous years, last year Ridwan Hamza taking out the championship. He'll be looking to maintain his solid form from last year. He did win this race last year, Ridwan Hamza. So it'll be interesting to see how he fares today with some new names on the block. Some new boys trying to dethrone him and his crown. Pat Trappett won in 2023. In 2022, Dan Wood took out the crown for the championship. And then the one and only Nick Paltasso went back-to-back in 20 and 21 in the Drivers' Championship. As we're here at Dragontrail, Croatia, we may as well rattle off some previous winners. Last year, as I mentioned, Ridwan Hamza took out the win last year. Dan Wood in 22, Nick Paltasso 21, and Luke Hiding in 2020. So a few names to go through there. But as always, a new season comes new names. So this will make it an interesting race. There's only 3 previous race winners on the grid today. Well, sorry, I make that 2. Nick Paltasso, a late withdrawal. But Ridwan and Race Pig, Ian Ward, previous race winners in the Trackstars series. We have 7 drivers making their Formula Trackstars debut tonight. So it should make for a good race. We will rattle off some stats of previous drivers as we go through. We shouldn't be too far away, ladies and gentlemen. We're just waiting for a few more drivers to enter, and we should be good to go. We are waiting on, I believe, Mr. Matt Campbell, and here he is, Mr. Matt Campbell. And Nick Scott should be joining shortly as well. So there may be a bit of a delay to the start of this race, ladies and gentlemen, but that's no drama. Thank you, Scozzy. I believe we're just waiting for Mr. Nick Scott to come on in. Finchy Man in his debut. Team ART. Prix Stingray. Now, Mr. Prix Stingray racing alongside Ridwan Hamza in the FR Racing outfit. They're a class act, the FR Racing boys, so keep a lookout for these guys today. They mean business. They were the Constructors' Champions last year. Were FR Racing, so they'll be looking to maintain that this season. We will see how they fare today. A few late inclusions as well. Obviously, Jamie Billane, Boltsy 75, coming in here for Nick Paltasso in Match Spuds Racing. Number 975. He's got a bit of expectations to live up to old Jamie. Filling in for Nick Paltasso, but we'll see how he goes. I believe we are just waiting for Mr. Nick Scott. To come on through, and then we can get this one underway. Another name to look out for, Mr. DJ, Art DJ, as he's formerly known. Darren McSweeney, racing in the number 55 for Team ART. Trying to get it alongside the big guys. The top dogs. Going to be an interesting race. We're going to see. It'll be interesting to see the times. The fastest lap last year was 119.2. 119.292 was the fastest lap last year. Now, obviously, no overtake or slip really here in the warm-up laps. So that will obviously, the laps will die down as we go on. I believe Mr. Nick Scott is ready to go. Is this Mr. Nick Scott? He is indeed. We're going to send it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to send them on their way. Let's get it going. Early prediction, yeah, definitely. I think Hums is going to be a formidable force, but watch out for Ian Ward. Watch out for Mr. Ward, because he's got pace, Mr. Ward. Representing Kiwi Pit Lane this year, Mr. Ward alongside Les Sandwith. And if you don't know Les, you should, because he's famous. LJ. Watch the drivers as they come out, and we'll check in first with the first guy coming out of the pits, which is Mr. Stingray himself, Luke Smith. Now, how do they approach this, ladies and gentlemen? Do they burn fuel for 2 laps? Do they get the tyres in temperature? Do they get a banker in? What would be your path through qualifying? What would your ideal situation be in qualifying? They would have been practicing during the week. There's no doubt about it. Getting the laps in, checking the times, Seeing what works best. Let's have a look through the grid. Luke Smith leads the way. Alex Finch in second. Justin Ladaway representing CP Motorsports in the number 44. Heads through there in third. Matt Danetti. Street to track Matt Danetti there. Mr. Matt Danetti, who's also in CP Motorsports outfit. He's racing in number 51. Milky, who's going for an early pit because he's on the wrong tyres. Not Matt Danetti, sorry, Milky. Matt Danetti is fine. Milky, there, Nick Scott in the number 964 racing for WRT today. DJ's there. Federico Cristale, number 5 for Mash Spuds Racing. Nick Partasso as usual. Side accomplice, if you will, in the Mash Spud Racing outfit. Be interesting to see how Federico goes today. It's a long race. Qualifying is one thing, as we all know, but racing is another. And King. Now this guy must have the best name on the grid. Sturgios King, the number 14 outfit for PH Esports. He's alongside Bob Norley in the number 97 for PH Esports. Here he is. See how those guys go. We'll head back up to the top of the pack. We'll watch Mr. Finchie on his first flying lap. It's a 126, so he leads the way with the first. Oh, he doesn't lead the way because Ridwan Harms has just gone quicker by an absolute small margin. Keep it professional. But there is minimal gap there. Ridwan Hamza continues on, so he's probably, as the fuel drops, the guys will only get kicker. They'll keep the fuel going lower and lower, and then they'll get a fresh pair of boots on, and they'll come out and they'll go again. So we'll watch Hamza here. He's already half a tenth up on his fastest through sector 1. Here's Ridwan Hamza, a bit wide there through the S's, but he should keep the pace through. Ian Ward there, up into third position with a 128. King goes top of the pops. Sturgios for PH Esports looking really, really tidy in that outfit with the 126. So that is the time to beat for the guys, a 126, but we know these times are going to get better because as the fuel drops, the cars will go quicker. Let's have a look at Ridwan Hamza on his second flying lap. What does he get? He improves, but he does not improve by too much. Does Ridwan Hamza? Tyres maybe causing a bit of drama. We may have missed a bit of a moment for him there. Those that going deep through those S's could have affected that time. Let's have a look at LJ going through the death chicane. Let's see what LJ can produce. He's a 122.1 at the moment, so I dare say that was just a lap to burn some fuel for LJ, and he's gone into the pits as Mr. LJ. PH Esports outfit number 97, Bob Norley. Let's see what he can produce. Mr. Bob Norley coming across the line, maybe a low 21. It's a 21 flat, which is a very respectable time from Bob Norley there. When do the guys have a look at changing tyres? No, you're all good, mate. No stress. Maybe another fuel burning lap. Ian Ward, he'll be wanting to improve on his time. He comes into the pits. He's getting a fresh set of boots on. Currently sitting at a 1:19.254. Fastest lap at the moment is Alex Finch with a 1:19.1, so that's going to be a hard time to beat. But, as I say, when the fuel gets lower, the boys go quicker. Let's have a look at DJ. We haven't seen much of DJ in this qualifying session. Let's see what he can produce. Currently 2.5 tenths off the quickest time. Matt Donetti just sets a 1:19.6, which is a very respectful time. Let's see what DJ can do here. Oh, it wasn't a flyer. It was a fuel burner. Let's have a look at Justin Ladaway. Many races last year against Justin in the Track Stars series. And he was a fierce competitor, Mr. Justin Ladaway. He's taken a bit of dirt there, so that's definitely going to affect his time. We'll see the split coming through in just one moment, and we'll see where he sits. He may have bought the lap just to save a bit of tyres. He has lost a bit there. Let's have a look at Matt Donetti. Matt Donetti's purple through the middle sector, so he's burnt a bit of fuel down here, sitting about 3/4, just over 3/4 on the fuel. Let's see if he can get this last corner spot on and get himself up there in the mix for the pole position. Milky just goes over the line with a 1:21. Federico Cristale just put a good time in at 1:19.151 for Matt Donetti, so cracking time there, puts him up in the second position, half a tenth off the fastest lap. There's a few people we need to look out here for. One of them's a bit out of place in Ridwan Hamza. He's got fresh boots on and he's got low fuel, so it'll be interesting to see how Ridwan goes about this last bit of the qualifying session. Federico Cristale is up in the third, pending obviously anyone that's in the pits, but that was a cracking lap hit from Federico in the Mashbud Racing's outfit. We will tune back in with Ridwan Hamza shortly. Let's have a look at Matt Campbell. Now Matt Campbell, a late inclusion there. He's actually representing WRT Motorsport today. Is Matt Campbell, replacing Airborne. We will see what he can do. He is just over 3 tenths up on his time. So quite a respectful time. Tyres look a little worse for wear, and he's absolutely thumping the overtake button. And you will notice the guys here will use the overtake button. Give them that little bit extra coming out of the corners and down the straights. 1:20.189, so not a bad time for Matt Campbell, puts him in his 11th position. LJ, he's on a flyer. What can LJ do? He's currently sitting at a 1:19.7, so let's see if Mr. LJ can improve his time. Coming out of the final corner, nice and smooth on the overtake button. Coming over the line, and it's a 1:19.381, puts him in 9th spot. But that's a bloody good time, so nice work, Mr. LJ. DJ going for his last fly. He's currently in 8th spot. We'll head back to him. Let's take a look at Ridwan Hamza. So he's on his lap. We missed the split there, so I do apologise. But we'll see coming out of the final corner where he sits. Qualifying will be close to over. It's now or never. What can Ridwan produce? Finchy's improved his time with a 1:19 flat. Ridwan improves his time to a 1:19.6, but he's down in 11th, so he has got one lap to do it. Anyone else that's coming through in a final lap that we can have a look at? Bob Norley. What can Bob Norley produce coming through the last corner? Has he got anything left in the tank? Nice and smooth, these cars coming out of the final corner. No improvement there for Bob Norley. And Milky's finished. LJ comes through and LJ improves again. LJ's up to 6. Great lap from LJ. Looks like Ian Ward's done. Stingray's on his final lap and he does have a bit of traffic. They have moved out of the way, but Ridwan's in a slipstream here. The FR boys are playing it smart. They're in slipstream. They're trying to pull each other along. What can they do? Luke Smith saying to Ridwan Hamza, come with me. And there he goes. He releases him. What can Ridwan Hamza do coming around the final corner? Is he going to take King with a 118.8? A 118.8. Can Ridwan Hamza dethrone him? He doesn't. He doesn't dethrone him with a slip. He falls. Well, he doesn't fall. He improves to third position. But Sturgios King in the PH Esports outfit takes pole position with a 118.871. That was an absolute belter of a lap from Sturgios. So congratulations to you, sir. You will lead the pack away for the 48 lap race. Wow. That was something. That was something. Let's have a look at the results. So Sturgios King for PH Esports takes pole position. Finchley Man for ART Motorsport in second. Ridwan Hamza in third for the FR boys. CP Motorsports with Mr. Donetti in fourth position. Federico Crestali with a good lap time there for Mashbuds Racing in fifth. Ridwan's team, partner, Mr. Luke Smith, comes home in sixth position. Ian Ward for Kiwi Pit Lane in seventh, alongside his teammate LJ in eighth. We'll have a look at the other half. There you go, Bob Norley in ninth, DJ in 10th, Justin with CP in 11th, Matt Campbell filling in for WRT in 12th, Bolts, Jamie Billane, who's filling in for Mashbuds Racing in 13th, and we have Milky rounding up the 14 there. Good qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have a 3-minute break. Get your setups ready, and we will get going. But welcome everybody in to the first race of the Trackstars Formula Series. You're probably thinking, who is this bloke on the mic? A lot of you know me. Unfortunately or fortunately, my name's Smithy, and I'll be guiding you through the race as best as I can. Today, 7 teams make up today's grid. 2 drivers per team. And some cracking liveries, I must say. Some cracking liveries. Ian Ward just putting in the chat that he thinks he was robbed. But yeah, very impressed with King there, Sturgios King. And Mr. Purton would be very impressed with that. And he's saying he's a bit rusty. So if that's rusty, geez, I'd like to be rusty. But why don't you say you'll lead the pack? Hopefully you've all started, done your practice starts, because this car off the line can be a bit tailing. So we'll see how we go. Couple of minutes and then we'll kick on off. Mr. Donetti's ready to go. We will kick this race off, ladies and gentlemen. 48 laps around Dragontrail Seaside. Let's see how the boys fare. What's the strategy going to be? What would you do in the chat? Would you go medium, hard, soft, medium, medium, soft, soft, medium, soft? What's your pick? We'll see what they do though. Now obviously in Trackstars you have the main series, you have settings available to you. Obviously being body height adjustment, you have your downforce settings, your brake bias. The lights are ready to go. And we are away for the first race of the season. Who gets good traction off the line? King looks like he's done really well. Ridwan Hamza gets a great start off the line, goes into second place. So does Matt Donetti in third position. Finch's dropped down to fourth position. Frederick Cristali there having a look. Hopefully everyone keeps it nice and clean coming through the first couple of corners, because they can be very tricky. We'll go back up to the top of the pack. King has made an absolute belter of a start. Already got 7/10 coming there. Ridwan Hamza is behind him. Federico Cristale in third position with a cracking start. Ian Ward in fourth position. Alex Finch comes there in fifth position. There is a long way to go in this race. Luke Smith in the other FR Racing car is in sixth position. LJ in seventh. I think LJ's held his position. DJ's made up 2 spots in eighth. What's happened to Matt Donetti? He has dropped down a few spots there. He had a cracking start. DJ with a move up the inside of LJ, and he gets the job done. Matt Campbell in 10th. We have Bob Norley in 11th. Justin from CP Motorsports down in 12th. Is there any damage there? I can't see any. Milky in 13th, and Bolts in the Mash Buds Racing outfit. We'll head back to the top of the pack. King maintains his lead. Barely any overtake used from King, and he's 1.1 seconds away from Ridwan Hamza. Federico Cristale is there or thereabouts, 8/10 down. Vinci holding the back of Federico Cristale by half a second. So now as these laps unfold, you'll notice the pack will get more split up as we go. Who's going to be using the overtake? Who's going to be maintaining the battery on the car to use it for the later race? LJ is up into sixth position. DJ looks like he's had a moment there, ladies and gentlemen, because he's got damage on the front splitter and the left tyre. So that will last with him until his first pit stop, and he will be hurting. He will be hurting. So what does DJ do now? Does he go in for a set of hard compound tyres? And does he go for a long run on the hard tyres? You be the judge at home. Matt Campbell's gone off there, and he's hit the wall, and he's just come back on. Oh, it's a bit bumpy there, coming into the death chicane. We'll go back up to the top of the pack. Justin's slowly making his way back into the pack where he should be. Justin's a very formidable racer. Prying Stingray down in 8th. Matt Donetti's up into 7th position. LJ is in 6th, having had a great start. LJ, he's kept it consistent. No damage for him so far. Ian Ward in 5th. Coming through the first corner on lap 3 of this 48 lap race. Who can maintain the tyres? Who can maintain the consistency? Finchie having a look all over the back of there. Federico Cristale, 3/10 is the distance. Federico, I've been really impressed with Federico. He's a great racer. He raced well last year in the Touring Car Series that I was involved in. He's dropped off the back of Ridwan Hamza a little bit, and Ridwan Hamza is having a look now at King. The gap was originally 1.2, 1.1 seconds when we were with them before, and that's dropped remarkably down to almost half a second. Ridwan Hamza wanting to make it back-to-back wins here in Croatia in the Super Formula Series. What can he do? We'll go back down and have a look. Has DJ continued on with the damage he has? So he's maintaining that damage. That will hurt him. That will hurt him indeed, but it is a long race. It's 48 laps, and there is a long way to go. He is on the back of Frying Stingray there, Luke Smith in the FR outfit, who's also got damage. He's got front splitter, and he's got right and left tyre damage, front tyre damage. So that was going to be absolutely killing his speed and his turn-in. Only a few places you can really overtake here at dragontrail in these cars. We'll see if we can catch any spicy overtakes. LJ's moved up to 5th position, so Mr. Ward has dropped down into 6th there in the Kiwi pit lane outfit. Running 5th and 6th at the moment for the Kiwi boys. So I dare say Tristan will be very happy there, the team principal down at Kiwi pit lane. How's the gap looking at the top there? King is maintaining about a half-second gap over Ridwan. Ridwan is on the medium compound tyres. Oh, they both are on the medium compound tyres, which seems to be the start that most drivers have gone with. Let's have a look through the packs. LJ started on the soft compound tyres. Ward on the medium compound tyres. Denetti's on the medium compounds for the CP Motorsports team. Bob Norley in the medium. So the majority of the drivers seem to be on the medium tyres. And what's happened to Prix Stingray? The damage has just really affected him. And he's dropped a few spots there. Has Luke Smith in the FR Racing outfit. We'll see if we can head up to the top of the pack. Looks like LJ's just towing along Ian Ward. He's got no damage, so maybe he's just trying to maintain his tyres. Go for the long run. Vinci's got past Federico Crestale up into third position for the ART Motorsport team. And now the chase is on for Ridwan Hamza, who currently is still sitting around half a second behind Sturgios King for PH Esports. Now Sturgios, he was absolutely rapid in quali. Can he continue this pace on into the race? Ridwan Hamza will be just enjoying the effects of the slipstream pulling him along, but you have to be cautious because the dirty air can affect you. But an experienced driver like Ridwan, I'm sure that will be something that he'll be able to deal with more than fine. Federico Crestale is wanting to have a look back at Finchy Man here. Oh, and Federico's just had a massive slide there, massive tank slapper coming out of the last corner, and he's dropped to LJ. So Les Sandwith for Kiwi Pit Lane takes fourth position. And then Ian Ward looks like he's got past Federico as well. So Match Bus Racing have dropped down into sixth position there for their lead car. Ian Ward's dropped a little bit off his teammate here, but LJ on the soft compound tyres, they will start to hurt these tyres. These soft compound tyres, you'd probably get 10, 12 good laps out of them, if that, before they start to hurt. You can already see the wear on the screen. So we'll see if LJ can keep up the pace, if he can keep in the slip of Finchy Man, Alex Finch for ART, before heading into the pits. Who will be the first in the pits, ladies and gentlemen? That's the question. And it looks like Ian Ward on the medium compound tyres is catching up a little bit here to his teammate LJ for the Kiwi Pit Lane boys, and he is indeed. Are they going to do a tactical swap? He is gaining, and he is gaining rapidly. Are they going to do a swap down the straight here, or is LJ's just put the pedal down a little bit, so maybe a bit of overtake was used there. But you don't want to use your overtake too early, ladies and gentlemen, because there will come a time later in the race where you will need it. You can see the batteries charging on the cars. We'll have a look down the back of the pack. Federico Crestale down into sixth position after a cracking start. Up into third position was Federico in the Match Bus Racing outfit number 5. He had an absolute belter of a start, avoided any drama, made some nice moves there, and unfortunately he's just dropped off a little bit, but again, long way to go. 41 laps to go in this race. Let's have a look at Matt Danetti. Now Matt Danetti in the CP Motorsports outfit, number 51. He started on the medium tyres like most of the drivers. He did drop a few places at the start, so he's made his way up a little bit here, and he'll just want to hang on the back. He just wants Federico to pull him through, help his tyres a little bit. He's got a nice big gap there to Bob Norley from PH Esports in 8th position. Justin's moved up to 9th position. DJ's a little bit further back there. DJ with damage. Matt Campbell's chasing after him. Matt Campbell obviously filling in there for Airborne in the WRT outfit. Prix Stingray there, FR Racing down into 13th spot, where it's not where he wants to be. That damage would be hampering him big time. But what do you do, ladies and gentlemen? Do you pit if you've got the damage? Do you pit early? Do you repair the damage? Do you go for a longer stint on hard compound tyres? These guys would have been practicing all week strategies. They would have been going through strategies. They would have had a plan in their mind of what they wanted to do come race day. And unfortunately, sometimes you just have to adjust. And that's exactly what Luke Smith will have to do with the number 78 car, because that damage is hampering. You can see from the lap times, 124, 125, 123. Not ideal on the medium compound tyres. You really want to be sitting around the 121, 122 for the medium compound tyres. So he's got a few decisions to make over the next couple of laps, because Milky's all over him. Milky's having a look up the inside, nothing doing. Nick Scott, that is, for WRT Motorsport. He's trying to get out of last spot and make his way up the field. Let's go a bit further up the back. Oh, DJ's under pressure here from Matt Campbell, and we got a yellow flag. We got a yellow flag. Matt Donetti. Can we have a look at what happened there? What's happened there? He's in the pits. Matt Donetti's in the pits. He's had a spin coming out of the last corner, and he said, I'm not going on any further with damage. I will pit, I will get some fresh rubber on, and I will come out. So he drops down into last place for the CP Motorsports outfit. Matt Campbell got past DJ. We missed that because Mr. Donetti had a moment there. We'll go back up to the top of the pack. So Hamza, he's cut the gap in half from when we last checked in. So he was half a second. He's having a look on the outside. Sturgis King saying, if you're going to get me, mate, you go the long way. You go the long way. Nothing doing. Very well driven there from Sturgis King, forcing Hamza to go around the long way. And this won't be good for Hamza's tyres. Left, right, shake it all about. That won't be good for his tyres. So what's Hamza going to do now? Hamza's having a look up the inside. He's going to switch around the outside. Oh my God, they're doing the tango coming up to the last corner, and it makes a great racing, but that's lost Hamza some time. That's lost Hamza some time, but no doubt he'll be back. He currently holds the good old Black Friday, indeed. Hamza currently has the fastest lap of the race, 121.0, so 121 flat on the medium compound tyres, which is not a bad shout. Vinci Man's loving this because the gap from 2.2 seconds is slowly coming down. He's able just to let them battle, and he's gone purple first sector, so a bit of free air, and that should do him favours. Ian Ward up in a fourth spot for the Kiwi pit lane boys. He's one to keep a look out for, guys, come the end of this race. 10 laps in. We're almost a quarter of the way through this race. Federico Crostale down in fifth spot. Still looks like he's holding solid pace, but we'll give a good shout out here for Mr. Bob Norley. Now Bob Norley, PHE Sports, made himself gain a few spots there. He's up in the 6th position, is Bob Norley. Justin there in 7th, so that could be due to the early pit stops there from a few of the guys due to damage. LJ comes into the pits there. LJ did have damage, so LJ unfortunately has decided the soft compound tyres aren't doing me any favours anymore. I'm going to go into the pits. Get a fresh set of boots on. We'll get a new front splitter on, front wing, if you will. And away we go. So he's all fresh. He's coming out on the medium compound tyres. Will he come in front of Luke Smith in the FR outfit? He won't, but Luke Smith's still nursing that damage. So that's absolute kudos to him, because nursing that damage through 11 laps around here in these cars is certainly tricky. Matt Donetti's got fresh boots on and no damage. He'll be looking to make some time back on the pack. He's currently 36 seconds down on the leader there, but obviously Matt Donetti's been into the pit, so that will reduce in due course. We'll head back up to the back of the pack, the top of the pack I should say. There's Federico. Ian Ward getting closer and closer to Finchy Man, coming out of the last corner. Now Ridwan Hamza, what's happened to Ridwan Hamza? Because Ridwan Hamza and King have lost about a second or so to Finchy Man, and Ridwan Hamza around the outside of turn 1 with a cracking move on Sturgios King in the PHE Sports outfit. But look at the top 4 now. Look at them get closer and closer together. This could make for some serious racing. Sturgios King looks like he's struggling on the medium compound tyres, so Finchy's going to have a look all over him. Finchy's tyres are, well, they're quite similar. They're quite similar. Up through the S as we go. Really quick section of the track. Very hard to go side by side on that section of the track. You almost will play bumper cars there. It's inevitable. Down and through the death chicane. Ridwan Hamza's given himself a little bit of breathing room. As Ridwan, he's got about just over half a second in front. Now Sturgios King looks like he's got a fair amount of overtake there. What's happened to Ian Ward? So Ian Ward looks like he's just absolutely hit the death chicane full beans, and he's got a bit of damage there on the front wing and the front right tyre. So what does he do? He comes into the pits early. He doesn't want to borrow it. 12 laps in, quarter race distance, Ian Ward has come into the pits. He's on the medium compound tyres. Let's have a look just to see what he changes to. Bob Norley in the pits as well for PHE Sports. Ian Ward, medium tyres. What's he changed to? Medium tyres again by the looks of it. He's got medium, is Ian Ward. So that's allowed the front 3 a bit of breathing room. Ridwan Hamza leads the way. He's just gained about half a second over a lap or so to Sturgios King. There, Sturgios was absolutely flying in the qualifying, and it looks like maybe the race, the tyres are causing him a bit of grief. Finchy's having a look, nothing doing. Through the death chicane we go. Sturgios will be looking in his mirrors. He'll be looking a bit which way is Finchy going to go? Is he going to go inside? Is he going to go outside? He's not. Sturgios holds well. That just allows him a bit of breathing room from Alex Finch there in the number 69 for ART Motorsport. Federico Crestali moves up into 4th spot there due to Ian Ward having to pit. So I'm sure his team principal Nick Pautasso will be very happy with what he's seeing there. I believe he had to withdraw because he's currently on the Brewskins. Nick, if you are watching, cheers to you, sir. But you should be proud of Federico. He's doing very well so far, but still a long way to go. Justin up in a 5th spot. So Justin's still on the medium compound tyres. Best laps 21.4, but the lap times from Justin here are very consistent. 21.5, 21.5, 21.4, 22.1, 21.9. Obviously, as the tyres drop, they will get a bit slower, but very good there from Justin for CP Motorsports. Ian Ward came out in 6th position, so he must be very happy about that. Bob Norley follows him. Now, Bob Norley from PHE Sports has gone on the soft compound tyres. So that's going to be interesting. That's an interesting pick. For Bob Norley. Because he's probably got another 12 laps or so for these tyres. And then he's probably got to look at coming into the pits again. So lap 26 or so, that's just over half race distance. He'll have to come in the pits again. So unless he goes on the hard compound tyres, that's a long old stint. So look, maybe like he may have to do another pit after this, the next pit. Mr. Bob Norley. Ian Ward's got himself a bit of a gap, but Bob Norley on the soft compound tyres, he will be sticking with him like glue. Justin's got so much breathing room in front of him. He can just get himself in a rhythm. He can just get the laps in, get himself in rhythm, stay consistent. And as you can see from the times on the right, he is maintaining that consistency, and he's maintaining it well. Like this lap, he is very, very close to his personal best time of the race. Luke Smith sets the fastest lap of the race there for the FR boys with the 1:29. He's currently on the soft tyres, so he's trying to make a bit of leeway there. We'll head back up to Ridwan Hamza. So Finchy Man's got past Alex Finch, ART Motorsports got past Sturgis King there. He's got up into second position, currently on the medium compound tyres. Lap 16 of this race. All these front runners will be looking at pitting soon. It'll be interesting to see who goes in first. Does the undercut pay dividends here at Dragon Trail Seaside? Is the undercut powerful enough? Let me know your thoughts, guys. Do you think the undercut is worth it here at Dragon Trail Seaside? If they come out of the pits now, if they go into the pits now, they will probably come back and fall back, I dare say, to 6th or 7th position. Having a look at where everyone is, hard to say, but we'll see what happens. Ridwan Hamza giving himself a nice gap. As I said earlier, guys, Ridwan Hamza is wanting to go back-to-back here in Croatia. If you've raced in track stars, you know who Ridwan Hamza is. He's a serial winner, and he is here to win. Finchy's got into the pit, so Finchy Man's pitted on lap 16 to get some fresh tyres on, fresh medium compound tyres on. He comes out in 5th position, so Justin goes through in 4th. Federico Crestale up in 3rd position. Where is Federico? Was in 3rd position in the opening laps, but there must have been an incident. He did drop down a few places, but good to see Federico jump back up there. Now, we'll keep an eye on Finchy Man, ladies and gentlemen, because we will be able to tell if the undercut is powerful. So we'll see if these gentlemen in the top pack pit now. We will see how powerful the undercut is. Ridwan Hamza was about 1.2 seconds in front of Finchy before Finchy went into the pits there, Alex Finch. So it'll be interesting to see how we get on there and how the undercut works. Bit of information about Ridwan here. We got some all-time stats that have come through from the back end, from production. So Ridwan's had 16 races in the Super Formula season. He has won 7, 6 pole positions, 12 podiums, and 2 fastest laps. His best race was last year at Dragon Trail, where he finished 1st. So that's some interesting information there. We've also got some stats on Mr. Ian Ward, who's currently sitting in 7th position. Ian Ward, 12 Super Formula races, 2 wins, 1 pole, 4 podiums, and 1 fast lap there as well. So I'm sure Mr. Ward will be wanting to improve on his current position. He has been into the pits, but Bob Norley, who was behind him earlier, has got past him. So Bob Norley, running on the soft compound tyres, has been able to get past Ian Ward there. PHG Sports against Kiwi Pit Lane, you love to see it. But how long can Bob Norley hold? How long can Bob Norley hold these tyres for? His lap times are very consistent from the looks in these soft compound tyres. He's sitting at the mid 120s, high 120s. Not bad. Not bad at all. We'll have a look as he goes through this second split just to see what his time is and see how he's tracking. It's currently 2/10 down. Okay, so the times are dropping. The times are dropping. We'll go back up to the pack. Ridwan Hamza continues on. So does Sturgis King. What does Federico do? Federico continues on. So these guys going for one-stoppers. Are they going for one-stoppers? Are they able to make the tyres last 24 laps apiece? The only true judgment we can get time-wise is if Finchy is able to catch up 16 seconds off the lead. If this time drops down, you'll know that maybe a one stop might not be the best strategy. But obviously everything can change. We'll go down the back of the pack and see what's happening. Matt Danetti's got himself up into 11th position. Obviously early pit from that spin on the last corner. Did not help his cause today. On the medium compound tyres as well as Mr. Danetti. Darren McSweeney, our DJ there in the ART Motorsport. Number 55 suffered early damage in the race. Nursed the damage for multiple laps, and then he's decided he's gone on in now. He's got a fresh set of boots on. What can he do? What can he do? If we look at the distance there, he's probably about 30 seconds off one of the top runner that's pitted, which is Alex Finch. What can Luke Smith do? Luke Smith down in 13th as well, so he's obviously was nursing damage. He's currently on the soft compound tyres, so Luke Smith will be coming into the pits. I dare say give it 5 laps or so before those tyres absolutely say, I've had enough, mate. Please change me. Let's have a look at Jamie Billane as well. Jamie Billane filling in for Nick Pautasso for Match Spuds Racing. He did have a tall task ahead of him, did Jamie. But we appreciate him coming and having a race. Still a long way to go, so we'll see what he can do. In the Mash Spuds number 975. Let's have a look at Ridwan Hamza. So Ridwan Hamza's 2 seconds in front of Sturgis King. Now, when are they going to pit? It looks like Ridwan Hamza's going to continue on, as is Sturgis King. Sturgis King continues on. What's Federico going to do? Federico continues on as well, so they're looking like they might be doing a one-stopper here, ladies and gentlemen. Or are they going to go medium, soft, soft? Your guess is as good as mine. Justin 4 seconds behind them as well. Justin yet to pit on the medium compound tyres. So the top 4 running very similar strategies. Justin obviously was a bit further back there on the first few laps, so he's had a bit of making up to do, but up in the 4th spot for CP Motorsports. I'm sure Chase will be watching on with high hopes for their drivers, for his drivers I should say. Finchy man down in 5th spot, Alex Finch. Bob Norley. Bob Norley's had a cracking race so far. Bob Norley up in the 6th position. Still maintaining that gap over Ian Ward, which was coming down. And even with the soft compound tyres wearing out more than the medium compound tyres of Ian Ward's Kiwi pit lane car, Bob Norley's holding some serious pace here, even with the degradation of those tyres. So you've got to commend Bob Norley for his pace here. He's sitting at the high 120s for his lap times, which is very commendable from the sir. Okay, so Sturgis King has gone into the pits, lap 21. He's the first of the top 4 to go into the pits. Just Justin Fullo. No, Justin continues on. So Ridwan Hamza, Federico Cristale, Justin, they all continue on. Where is Sturgis King going to come out here? It looks like he's just going to get... Oh, is he going to get past Ian Ward? He does get past Ian Ward. So he comes out 6th position behind Bob Norley in the PH Esports outfit. Fresh soft compound tyres on the car for Sturgis King in front of Ian Ward. That should allow him to track down Bob Norley quite quickly, because if we look at Bob Norley's compound tyres, they are getting close to half worn. So this is going to be very interesting. What does Bob Norley do here? Is he going to try and stretch this out for another 3 or 4 laps? To give himself a final stint on the medium compound tyres. A 2-stop race for Bob Norley. Sturgis King, he is gaining. He came out of the pits about just under a second down, 9/10 down on Bob Norley. Did Sturgis, our pole setter for today's race. we haven't had a look at too much here of Matt Campbell. Now Matt Campbell filling in for Airborne today in the WRT outfit. Matt Campbell's currently on the medium compound now, about half used those tyres, so the degradation's high for him at this stage in time. LJ goes past on outside the last corner, but Matt Campbell said, no, these tyres need to go. The engineers called him into the pits and said, mate, we're not maintaining the pace. We need you to bring it in. We get some fresh rubber and we will send you out. Matt Danetti into the pits for his second stop. Obviously, rear damage for Matt Danetti, so he's come into the pits again. Unfortunately, with damage that needs to be repaired. We'll see what compound tyres he goes out with. It looks like he's on soft compound tyres. Yes, he does. He goes out on soft compound tyres. Jamie Billane there in 14th position. Milky and Matt Campbell pretty close here, so maybe these two can give us a bit of a show, ladies and gentlemen. Nick Scott, that is for WRT, number in 12th position. Number 9, 6th, 4th for the WRT team. Chasing after Matt Campbell. Now Matt Campbell's just come out of the pits on fresh rubber, but Nick Scott also has fresh rubber, so to speak, maybe 1 or 2 laps old. So this could be a battle for the ages, ladies and gentlemen, for the 11th and 12th spot on the grid. We're coming up to half race distance. Luke Smith chasing down Darren McSweeney in 10th and 9th spot respectively. Now he did look pacey there, did Luke Smith in the practice. I'm sure he'd be wanting to make some moves and gain some positions. Dobby's joined the room. Unfortunately, Dobby, there's no time for elves. You will need to remove yourself, but that's okay. Luke Smith is gaining on DJ. The gap is about 1 second. LJ's in a race of his own at the moment, so if he can just set some consistent lap times, I'm sure LJ will be happy with that. Oh, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. So, Alex Finchfayer, Team Motorsport, pitting early. Has caught up to the back of Justin, who is yet to pit. Sergius King's gone past Justin, so Justin's struggling with degradation. But Justin, I believe, will be saying to himself, if I'm pitting, you've got to pit again. Justin's really trying to wide this. Alex Finch having a look up the inside of Justin. Does he get the traction coming out of the corner? He does. He just slots in front of him there. Tight corners, and through he goes. Very good racing. Bob Norley wants a piece of the action. Bob Norley's coming in here saying, g'day, I'll have a piece of that, fellas. Bob Norley's all over the back of Justin now. Let's have a look at Bob Norley. What can Bob Norley do? We're right on board with him. We'll get some action here, ladies and gentlemen. Bob Norley's still on those soft compound tyres with wear. Coming into the bottom of the hill. He's having a look up the inside. Justin doesn't want a bar of it. Justin says, you go, mate. You go. And I will stick with you. So through goes Bob Norley. Justin really struggling there with the degradation. Will he come in this lap? We are unsure. Sturgis King is now after Federico, who's made himself up into second position. Has Federico, and he's still yet to pit, as is Ridwan Hamza. So it's going to be very interesting to see when these guys decide to come into the pits. 26 laps into the race, and they are still out there, and they are still first and second, holding strong. But Sturgis King will have something to say about that. Sturgis King 1.2 seconds behind Federico from Mashkod's Racing. Bob Norley trying to chase after Alex Finch there. Now, if you're a driver that's come in at, say, lap 16, lap 16 to 20, what's your thought process here? Are you going to try and mimic what Ridwan Hamza and Federico Crestale are doing? Are you going to try and stay out because you know that they have to pit again? Are you going to try and reverse it? If they pit, you go in front, you try and maintain the degradation on your car for another 22 laps. The degradation on your tyres, I should say, not your car. But what do? This is what the drivers will be thinking, ladies and gentlemen. The thoughts will be going through their mind. Bob Norley still a second off. Sturgis King, how's he tracking? He has gone past Federico Crestale. Justin has decided that he has had enough of these compound tyre. He's going to switch it up and get some fresh boots on. I dare say he'll be going on a medium compound tyre for the remainder of the race. 22 laps. Oh, he's gone on soft compound tyres, has Justin. So that's a very interesting move from Justin there. Justin Ladaway. Obviously, with the regulations here at Trackstars, the drivers have to complete 25% stint, 25% race distance on either the medium or the hard compound tyres. So that is why you would have seen the majority of the drivers run the medium compound tyres to start off with. Ian Ward down in 6th position at the moment, trying to make some ground. I dare say that these Ridwan Hamza, when is Ridwan Hamza going to pit? So Ridwan Hamza's coming on the back here of Jamie Billane. Jamie Billane will see the blue flags coming out and waving in his face very shortly, because Ridwan Hamza continues on and he does not pit. Starting the 28th lap on those medium compound tyres is Ridwan Hamza. And if you look at the times on the right hand side, ladies and gentlemen, 121.9, 121.1, sorry, 121.5, 122 flat, 121.5, 121.5, 121.6. So Ridwan Hamza is absolutely on one, ladies and gentlemen. Sturgis King 9 seconds behind him, but don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, Sturgis King has pitted. So Sturgis King has pitted. He got some fresh soft compound tyres on. To try and get a bit of a gap back there to Ridwan Hamza. Federico Crestale is down in 3rd position, but he has Alex Finch all over the back of him for ART. Federico would be really struggling with the the medium compound tyres. Alex Finch having a look up the inside there, gets the move done nicely, and he'll have the traction coming out of the corner with less degradation on the medium compound tyres. You can already see the gap go up there, and that's the difference with these tyres, ladies and gentlemen. The grip coming out of the corners, the traction. Ridwan Hamza's in the pits. Lap 28 of this race, Ridwan Hamza is into the pits. A great stint from Ridwan Hamza on the medium compound tyres. Sturgis King goes through. Alex Finch goes through. Federico Crestale goes through. Bob Norley goes through. Where's Ian Ward? Ian Ward's coming down the straight, ladies and gentlemen. Is he going to get in front of Ridwan Hamza? He is not. He's going to make it very difficult for Ridwan though, because he's going to be all over the back of Ridwan Hamza's car. Obviously with a lot less tyre to his name. How is Ridwan Hamza going to play this now? He is on the soft compound tyres, so he has to make those soft compound tyres last almost 20 laps. That is going to be some effort from Ridwan Hamza. Federico Crestale up in 4th spot. He's got Ridwan all over it. 7 tenths away and gaining. Federico Crestale is not far off Bob Norley either from the PH Esports team. So we're going to have some action here, ladies and gentlemen. Coming through the depth chicane. Let's have a look at Bob Norley, who leads the way, who leads the pack. See if we can have a look. You can probably see them in his rear view. Ridwan Hamza having a look up the inside. Oh, excuse the camera angles. So Ridwan Hamza gets past Federico Crestale on the last turn. And now the chase is on. Ridwan Hamza's after Bob Norley. And Ridwan is only 2 tenths, 1 tenth. And Ridwan Hamza just steams it around the outside of the first corner. That was a cracking move from Ridwan. He knew he had the grip with the new soft compound tyres. and he absolutely said, "See you later, mate. Put a stamp on it and send it." The famous words of Daniel Ricciardo, and he absolutely sent it. He's on purple first sector on the fresh soft compound tyres. Sturgis King currently leads the way here, and he also has the fastest lap of the race, the Sturgis King, with a 1:19.432. So Sturgis King back where he started the race in first position. 18 laps to go. Does he hold on to these soft compound tyres for 18 laps? I don't know if that's possible, but we'll see what the German fellow can do. Welcome in all 12 of you watching the first race here at Dragontrail for the Trackstars Super Formula Series. We are off the Mediterranean here in Croatia. Beautiful weather. Markaska, Croatia. And the drivers are getting it done. Bob Norley goes into the pit. So Bob Norley, the soft compound tyres, they are almost dead, borderline going to puncture, and he has had enough of them. So Bob Norley comes out again on a fresh set of soft compound tyres to finish the race. 17 laps on those tyres. He comes out 7th position. LJ currently in 8th position. DJ in 9th position. Matt Campbell down in 10th position. Luke Smith for FR Racing is currently in 11th. And then we also have Nick Scott for WRT in 12th. Matt Donetti. We haven't seen much of Matt Donetti, unfortunately. Matt Donetti has suffered damage, I believe, twice in the race. We have a yellow flag. We have a yellow flag. Who's that? We have a yellow flag. Who was that? No idea. No one's got damage. So that's interesting. Ridwan Hamza all over the back of Alex Finch here with the fresh set of soft compound tyres. Is Finchy going to hold him up? There's blue flags. There's blue flags. Jamie Belaine gets out of the way. Ridwan Hamza up the inside. What a move on Alex Finch on the ART Motorsports outfit number 69. What's Alex Finch going to say back to that? Is he going to have a look up the inside? He does have a look up the inside. There's a bit of contact. What's happened there? What has happened there? We can't get a replay for you, ladies and gentlemen. We can't get a replay for you. He has readdressed. He's let Ridwan go. So maybe they were just coming in too hot. The right thing has been done and they've been let go. That would have been awesome for Ian Ward. He'd be licking his lips here, Ian Ward, seeing the battles go on there. Ridwan Hamza using his overtake button there, trying to pull away. Now Ridwan Hamza's got 6 seconds. 6 seconds to catch to Sturgis. And he has 16 laps to get him, which will be, I dare say, ample time. Have a look at Sturgis's tyres. Sturgis will definitely probably have to think about pinning again. Unless he can perform miracles. But that was some good racing there, and with good racing and these fast cars, you will definitely get contact at some point. It's very hard to keep them close together. Well done, Jimmy. Well done, Jakku. Great effort, lads. Awesome to hear. And good to see you in the chat. Oh, Jimmy and ART Jakku there from the TS3 race finished up obviously a bit earlier due to the shorter distance. So good to see them in here, and I hope you had a good race, fellas, and I hope it was enjoyable. P1 Jacko on both races. That's unbelievable. Jimmy, P2 and P3, that is also unbelievable. So well done, lads. Great first outing. Indeed. We'll head back there. Ian Ward 3.1 away. Finchy Man's coming into the pits. So he'll probably have a look at going on the soft compound tyres for the last 15 laps. So does Federico Crestale. Ian Ward. Ian Ward is gone into third position. Where's Ridwan Hamza? So Ridwan Hamza is 4.8 seconds away from Sturgis. It's going to be interesting to see what Sturgis does here. I think, Mr. Crawford, have you been on the tinny, sir? Good to see you in the chat, Mr. Crawford. But this is the first of many races for the Super Formula season here at Trackstars. All three divisions will be running the same time each week. And what better way to start it than coming here at Dragontrail Seaside. 14 races. In the calendar for the Super Formula season. Sturgis King has gone into the pits. Sturgis King has gone into the pits. So where's he going to come out? Is he going to maintain third position? He does. Ridwan Hamza leads the way. He's got a nice gap to Ian Ward there in second position. 6.7 seconds almost. LJ's in the pits for Kiwi Pit Lane. Justin as well on a fresher set of soft compound, not fresher, on a set of soft compound tyres. He's had a good second half of a race here, has Justin. Up in a fourth position. Bob Norley for PH Esports. I've been really impressed with Bob Norley. I must admit, he's had a cracking race. Up in a fifth position is Bob Norley. 1.1 seconds away from Justin Ladaway at CP Motorsports, so he'll be looking to try and get on the back of Justin because he's got better tyres, same fuel, better tyres, and I dare say that Alex Finch from ART will be wanting to do the same. Federico Crestale 5 seconds back now, he's down into 7th position. We've got about a quarter of the race, just over a quarter of the race to go. Federico's got heaps of overtake available to him. So I'm sure he'll be wanting to use that. Matt Campbell's there, 13 seconds away from Federico, down in 8th position. His tyres do look a little worse for wear though, Mr. Campbell. So Mr. Campbell will more than likely be looking at pitting soon and getting a fresh set of boots on. Darren McSweeney for ART DJ down in 9th position, suffering some damage early. He's on a fresh set of medium tyres, and as we call it, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Campbell goes into the pits. What tyres does he put on? He puts on the racing softs. So he comes out in 10th position. LJ is currently trying to chase down DJ. He's on the racing softs. DJ is on the racing. Is on the medium. So what's going to happen here? LJ's about 1.3, 1.4 away, give or take. DJ will be really needing to put in some cracking laps to get the job done over Les Sandwich. Bob Norley has gained a little bit over Finchy, but he's all over the back of Justin Ladaway because obviously Justin's struggling for tyres. 12 laps to go. It's going to be very hard for Justin to keep these tyres in a good window. Finchy's on the medium tyres, Bob Norley and Justin Ladaway on the soft compound tyres. Those soft compound tyres will die off after 10 laps or so. So has Alex Finch made the right call going to the medium compound tyres? Sergio's King 2.3 seconds away from Ian Ward now. Ian Ward's tyres are absolutely looking shredded, but he maintains second position, only 8.5 seconds away from Ridwan Hamza. And what do we say about Ridwan Hamza, ladies and gentlemen? He was the winner last year here in Croatia. He was a driver's champion in the Super Formula. This bloke knows how to drive. He knows strategy, and he knows what he's doing. And he just laps there through Matt Danetti, who's going to head into the pits to get a fresh set of boots on. But Ridwan Hamza proving to be the benchmark for the main series here at Track Stars. Who's going to dethrone him? Who's going to dethrone Ridwan Hamza? Justin has come into the pits, so that frees up Finchy and Bob Norley. Federico Cristali goes through as well. So where's Justin going to come out here? He should. Yeah, Justin will be fine to come out in 7th position. DJ's still coming, yet to come around the last corner. LJ's dropped a bit off DJ here on those soft compound tyres, 1.5 away. Great work, Jimmy. Really good to hear, mate. Really good to hear. Okay, Bob Norley, 1.1 away. So this is going to be interesting. We've got 10 laps left to go in this race. Can Bob Norley hold these tyres in a window and maintain a pace so the tyres don't degrade enough to keep him in front of Alex Finch? He's doing a cracking job at the moment, but there's still 10 laps to go. Sturgis King has made massive ground, and now he's all over the back of Ian Ward. And I dare say Sturgis King will be having a look, and he goes past. We're going to go on board with Ian Ward. He probably knows it's a battle that he doesn't want to fight. G'day, Mr. Patasso. Welcome to the chat. We will have a look at your driver. He's currently sitting in 13th position, and he's done well, but he's got Ridwan Hamza all over him. Blue flags are flying in the air. Blue flags are flying in the air. Ridwan Hamza does get past. Unfortunately for Jamie Belaine, he does have damage, which is unfortunate because damage with a fresh set of tyres is not ideal. Damage with a used set of tyres, not so bad, because you know you're going to have to pit again. Damage with a fresh set of tyres, he won't be too happy with that. Or Jamie Belaine. But again, in the 9.7 car for Mash Buzz Racing, he is getting the points, and he's getting experience within the Track Stars Racing main series as he goes through, and he is suffering with that damage. We'll have a look at Luke Smith as well for FR Racing. He's currently 1 second off Nick Scott for WRT Motorsport. Nick Scott's currently running the medium compound tyres with very little degradation, whereas Luke Smith's got the soft compound tyres with a little bit more deg on them, so they're obviously going to die off a little bit more. Matt Danetti's still in the pits. Has he retired? I think Matt Danetti has retired from the race, ladies and gentlemen, which is unfortunate to see. CP Motorsports there. One car left on the track for CP Motorsports. I believe that's Justin Ladaway, who's currently sitting in 7th position. And as we've got Nick Pautasso in the chat, we may as well have a look at Federico Crestale, who's up in 6th position. He had a cracking start there, Spud, did Federico, but the tyres dropped off a little bit, unfortunately. He's dropped down. He was up in the 3rd position, 2nd position at one point. It was Federico. He was on a steamer. He has dropped a few places, but he's raced a solid race there for Mashbud Racing. Finchy Man for ART Motorsport. Let's have a look here as well. So he's currently half a second off Bob Norley, getting the points in. Oh yeah. Excuse me. Bob Norley is trying to hold Finchy. Let's have a look at Bob Norley. Does have a lot more overtake available to him, but his tyres are going. Bob Norley's tyres are going, so it'll be interesting to see in these last 7 so laps if he can hold him off. We'll have a look at Ian Ward. Ian Ward's only 5 seconds up the road as well, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's have a look at Ian Ward's tyres. Ian Ward's tyres are as bald as my head. And if you know me, that is bald. He is going to be really struggling towards the end of this race with his tyre degradation. His lap times, having a look at his lap times, 121.6, 121.7, 121.7, 122.1, 121.9. So not bad lap times considering the degradation on those tyres from Mr. Ian Ward. So it'll be interesting to see if Bob Norley and Finchy Man can catch up to Ian Ward. They've cut a little bit off the time, but with 7 laps to go, you would think that Ian Ward could potentially hold the final podium position. Sergio King started pole position in this race. Currently running in 2nd spot, 7.1 seconds off the leader Ridwan Hamza. I don't know too much about Sergio King. I do know that his name is absolutely sensational, and he's probably got the best name on the grid. He is the sole German here, and he has had a stellar race. His qualifying time was 1:18.892, I believe, which was absolutely rapid. He deserved to be on pole position, and he has had a good race. A few battles in there with a few drivers, but Ridwan Hamza leads the way. His tyres, though, Sturgis King has a lot more in the bank tyre degradation wise compared to Ridwan Hamza. But if Ridwan Hamza's first stint's anything to go off, we know this guy can manage tyres, and we know he can manage pace. His first stint, I believe, was a 27-28 lap stint on the medium compound tyres. So it'll be interesting to see if he's able to hold these tyres on till the end. 6.6 seconds is the gap to Sturgis King. Ian Ward 6 seconds back from Sturgis King. Bob Norley is chasing Ian Ward like a tiger in the African jungle, stalking its prey. 3.6 seconds. That's dropped about a second over the last lap and a half, and it is getting lower and lower. Bob Norley currently has Alex Finch behind him, but also in the background is Federico Crestale. Federico Crestale has come out of nowhere, and he's saying, boys, I want a piece of this action. He may have just had a bit of a moment because he's dropped off a bit of the pace there, Federico. But I'm very intrigued to see how this battle plays out here with Bob Norley and Alex Finch. 1 second is the gap. 3 second, or just over 3 second gap to Ian Ward. Just over 5 laps to go of this opening race here at Trackstars for the Super Formula Series. We'll have a little look down the back of the pack. Justin Ludaway in 7th position, having to pit late on in the race there for a fresh set of soft compound tyres. The race has been a bit of a roller coaster race for Justin. He was up there, then he unfortunately dropped a little bit. I believe he dropped to 10th or so. He worked his way back up. The tyre degradation unfortunately forced him to pit. But 7th position, still a good outing there for the CP Motorsports team. He would have wanted better, personally, Justin, but he's still doing a cracking job. Darren McSweeney there for the ART Motorsports team, number 55. He's still trying to hold off LJ, Les Sandwith for Kiwi pit lane. Last time we checked, ladies and gentlemen, that was 1.5 seconds the gap. Les Sandwith has brought it down to just under a second. Darren McSweeney running on the racing medium tyres. LJ is currently on the racing softs. So is Darren McSweeney able to keep LJ away from him? They both have similar in the way of overtake available to them. It'll be interesting to see who deploys it and when. Matt Campbell filling in here for the WRT boys down in 10th position. Some early damage from Matt Campbell forced him to pit. It's dropped him down a little bit. Me and Mr. Matt Campbell had some great battles last year in the Touring Car Series for Track Stars. And I'm hoping to do the same this year. But good to see him, and thank you, Mr. Campbell, for filling in for the WRT boys today with Airborne unable to make it. Luke Smith, number 78 there for the FR Racing team. He's down in 11th. Probably not where he wanted to be. A lot of these drivers, it's a very interesting grid. He's currently on the soft tyres with a fair bit of degradation there, but I dare say he'll be running them to the end. No point for him to pit. He does have Nick Scott though. He does have Nick Scott about 2.7, 2.5 seconds or whatever you like away. Nick Scott's got some fresher tyres. So it'll be interesting to see if Nick Scott can catch Luke Smith there in the FR team. Welcome all 19 of you in the chat. If you haven't given the stream a like, give the stream a like for the Track Stars team. They do a cracking job with these series. This is the first race of the Formula season here at Dragontrail Seaside. We're going to head back up to the top of the pack. We have missed it, but Alex Finch has got past Bob Norley there for ART Motorsports. And look at the gap to Ian Ward. Ian Ward is absolutely struggling on those tyres. I believe he was around 4 or 5 seconds in front of the, Alex Finch and Bob Norley for PHE Esports, and the gap is just dropping and dropping. With that degradation though, you must admit he's doing a cracking job in third position for the final podium place is Ian Ward. But how long can he hold on for? How long will the tyres hold on for? The gap is under a second. No overtake left for Alex Finch. Bob Norley still has some overtake in the bag, but his tyres are a lot worse for wear. Federico Crestale, Mash Spud Racing, he'll probably want to get involved in this as well. He's only 8 tenths, 9 tenths off the back of Bob Norley. So can Federico finish out the top 5 and do his team principal, Nick Pautasso, an absolute solid. Justin Ladaway still in 7th position. Having a look at Darren McSweeney for ART Motorsport in 8th position. He's still holding off Les Sandwich for Kiwi Pit Lane. Gap is up around 1 second. That's been maintained for the last couple of laps. Les Sandwich obviously on the racing soft tyres, so he's more than likely struggling a little bit with degradation. The lap times are still decent though from Les Sandwich. So does Les Sandwich have anything left in the tank? They both have similar overtake. They both are giving it their all. What can Les Sandwich do? The rest of the gap's field's pretty spread out. Nick Scott though is only 1.3 seconds away from Luke Smith, and he does have fresher tyres. So what can Nick Scott do for WRT? Can he get up into 11th position? We will head up. We'll have a look at Jamie Billane. He's getting the blue flag again. Is Jamie Billane. Matt Campbell's coming through. And obviously Matt Danetti has retired in the pits. Ridwan Hamza, 4.4 seconds is the gap. 4.4 seconds is the gap here on the penultimate lap of the race. Sturgis King's given himself an absolute mountain of work. He does have fresher tyres, not by much. Alex Finch has seemed to have got past Ian Ward, and he is up into 3rd position for the final podium place. Ian Ward is trying to hold on to the back of Alex Finch to maintain 4th position. Federico Crestale is all over him. He's got past Justin Ladaway. Oh, I apologise. He's got past Bob Norley. So Bob Norley's had an incident, ladies and gentlemen. Bob Norley's dropped down into 7th position. What has been a solid race for Bob Norley on the final stages. Unfortunately, he has dropped a few places there. 2 or 3 places has Bob Norley. And with that damage, that is not ideal. We head to the final lap of the race. 3.4 seconds is the lead for Ridwan Hamza. I don't see Sturgis King gaining that amount of time in one lap. against Ridwan Hamza. Unless an absolute crazy mistake is made, I believe Ridwan Hamza will see this one through. We will ride on board with Ridwan Hamza for the final few corners of the race, through the death chicane, down the long straight. The helicopter's looking over the top of him as he comes through the last corner, on the throttle nice and early, and off he goes. And Ridwan Hamza has done it again here at Croatia, ladies and gentlemen. He has come in first place, Sturgis King in second. Great race from Sturgis King. We'll go on board with Alex Finch for ART Motorsport, who will round up the podium in third position. A great race from Federico Crestali in fourth, who gets Ian Ward in the Matchbuds Racing outfit. So well done to Federico. Ian Ward in fifth, Justin Ladaway in sixth for CP Motorsports. We'll go on board with Bob Norley. Bob Norley, unfortunately at the end there, suffered a bit of damage, but he was looking strong all race. And I take my hat off to you, Bob Norley. You've done PHE Sports proud. You had a great race in seventh. Well done, sir. Darren McSweeney for Art Motorsport comes home in eighth spot. Early damage cost him a few spots. LJ, Les Sandwith, Kiwi Pit Lane comes home in ninth. Big shout out to LJ. LJ is famous. Go follow him on the YouTube. He's a cracking bloke and a great racer. Matt Campbell comes home in 10th. Luke Smith in 11th. Nick Scott in 12th. And in 13th position we have Jamie Belaine for Mashbuds Racing. Unfortunately, Matt Danetti did retire early from the race. But that is your race for today, ladies and gentlemen. Ridwan Hamza proves again that he is the man to beat, and he wins the race by 2.3 seconds over Sturgis King. Fastest lap of the race does go to Luke Smith for the FR team with a 1:18.9, so very respectable fastest lap there from Luke Smith for the FR boys. But Ridwan Hamza, he's put on a clinic. The first stint on the medium compound tyres was one to behold. It was mesmerising to watch. 26-27 laps on those medium compound tyres. Very nicely done indeed, sir. But well done to all the drivers. Well done to Sturgis King. Sturgis King started in pole position, and he was battling with Ridwan Hamza the whole way. 2.3 seconds he trailed to Ridwan there after 48 laps at Dragontrail. Alex Finch in his debut for ART Motorsport. Bit of a coming together with Ridwan Hamza, but with the readdress, Ridwan went through and he did go on to win the race. But nonetheless, third position is still a cracking result for the ART boys. They'll take it. And I must admit, I've been very impressed with Federico Crestale. Fourth position for him. Very strong start for Federico, and a very strong finish in fourth position. But well done, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that was a solid race. If you have raced long races before, you know how tolling they can be on the body. It's very hard to maintain your concentration for 48 laps, and especially in these cars, they are very quick and very nimble. That rounds the top 8 out for the round 1 at the Croatian Grand Prix. We'll have a look at the bottom half of the grid as well. Matt Danetti would have wanted more from that race. He'll be back next week. Sorry, not next week. February the 23rd. Next week. And he'll be trying to go again and improve. Next week, ladies and gentlemen, we head to Monza for the Italian Grand Prix. That is on the 23rd of February. Same time, 7 p.m. Race start, Australian Eastern Daylight Time. 6 p.m. if you're in Australian Eastern Standard Time. But I appreciate everyone that's been in the chat. It's my first time streaming for Trackstars, so I hope you've all enjoyed the race. We will be back next week. Congratulations to the racers. Congratulations to Ridwan on the win. Sergius King on second, Finchi on third. Congratulations to everybody. And I appreciate you all coming here today. And we will be back for next week at the Italian Grand Prix.